Yeah.
This is brought to you by beer.
Stone.
A lot's happened since yesterday.
I don't know how you drink that shit, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
Because it's bitter as fuck. It's like just this side of motor
Dude,
oil to me.
It's
And
like
I drink motor oil.
Just the side of motor oil. No, it is more like a meal than it is a drink.
Right.
You know, so it's like I'm having my morning oatmeal.
Well, barley. Dude.
That sounds terrible. It's like I'm having my morning oatmeal, Mom. You know, I'm all fucking drinking a beer. She's like, what the fuck?
Well, which is worse? Well, I guess it would be worse, but I don't know. I mean, at least with fucking beer, you get alcohol. If you take cake or oatmeal, they put sugar and shit in that. I don't know which is worse. You know.
Well, you get sugar in both, I believe. So, but you're right. If one is gonna give you sugar, and the other one's gonna give you sugar and alcohol, guess which one you should go?
You should go with the alcohol, just because at least if you're gonna take that much sugar, you shouldn't give a fuck while you're doing it. At least in most people who eat cake, they're like, "Oh God, I shouldn't eat this. This is so terrible." Nah. But with beer, they're like, "I shouldn't drink this." Oh, fuck it. And then they just go on with their life.
So.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first official ever episode of A Lot's Happened Since Yesterday, even though it is not episode 1. And that's because we're tricksters like that. My name is Cody Walker, and with me is one of my best friends in the world and my brother, Mr. Ralph Buso.
What's up, guys? Yes. My bro, Cody.
A lot's happened since yesterday, brother.
Hey, dude, a lot has happened since yesterday, and it's so funny because
There's lots happening right now. I hear sirens.
Well, yeah, right over here. Yeah, over here in my place. Dude, you can't stop it. There's chaos everywhere. Every time you turn around. But anyway,
this show is brought to you by 2020.
2020.
And not the show.
No, but you know what? The funny part is, dude, is that we, you know, when all this went down with the COVID-19, and I mean, we had a lot going on. You know, we had
100%.
We had a lot going on, and I was like, okay. And you and me were talking. We were like, you and I were talking. We were like, you know what, dude? Okay, well, it's gonna pass. You know what I mean? But not so much. You know, and it's
passing like a bad constipation, slowly
know, right?
And painfully, and you got to think about every second of it.
Yeah. But you know what's funny about it is because when it happened, we were like, I mean, actually, it was you. It was your idea. And I remember, I think prior to you hitting me up, because I remember you hit me up and you were like, dude, I got this idea. Let's do this. We could do this podcast. You know, we could do all this shit. You know what I mean? We got shit going on. We've been in the entertainment business for years. We got a bunch of connections. We got a bunch of people that will, you know, dive into this, and podcasts are becoming popular, and it'll be fun, dude. You know, and we'll you know, we'll make the best of things.
Fuck around.
You know? Yeah, we'll fuck around. We'll make the best of things. We'll have fun. We'll make people laugh. We'll make people cry sometimes. Sometimes we'll make people go. That will make people think, and that's important. And we'll give people advice. We'll share news with people from the experts that we have had the honor of getting to know over the years. And I think that's really worth sharing. I don't care about the money, man. I know you don't either. It's more about, for me, it's more about sharing and getting it out there and getting people to understand that, hey, you know what? There's a lot of talented people in this world.
Facts.
But they don't always get to where they want to go. And sometimes it's because of their own, what would you call it?
Sometimes I call it like their filters off. Because, like, in our history, like, for those who don't know, Ralph and I have been musicians our entire lives, and we've been brothers in music for close to 20 years at this point. But at this point in our juncture, we've realized over our years, almost what, my Lord, combined, I got to believe, well over 25 years of industry, we've realized all of the pitfalls that we've done have led to realizing the one thing to do in this industry is to not stop but change direction. And when COVID hit, we were really on the verge of making some big moves. I mean, we had just made some deals with Ralph's band, Ravenscroft. Check them out, ravenscroft.com. And we had just released the album, your new album, See Through, and we were literally getting ready to do your first show a week before COVID. Everything hit a week before we were supposed to go. We were talking about getting on the road. We were talking about making the proverbial push, and this ended. And with me and being somebody that I know you are as well, I don't stop well. I'm very impatient. I don't like to just be like, just see what happens. I don't like it. And so a lot's happened since yesterday came from, well, our history. That's what the title is. I'm sure we'll get into the title at some point. It comes from a stupid story in our history, but it just all kind of came together, and I'm like, we have got to find a way to keep going and get to our friends, get to our fans, reach out to people who, I mean, God damn it, I know so many people right now who just feel lost. And it's like, I still do sometimes. I wake up, even right now, and go, fuck. This is rough, you know.
A lot of people are feeling the strain,
right?
And I think it's you know, I guess it's you know, more of a psychological thing that
it's internal stress.
Yeah, I think it goes from, you know, the psyche down, and it affects your whole body because the, you know, the brain activates so many things in your body that it's impossible for you not to feel the strain of it when you're stressed out.
Exactly.
You know, so basically I notice a lot of people, even some of the really young people that I work with, and people that I know that are like in their early 20s and even in their teens, they're so tired all the time. And you know, everybody's feeling the effect of it, but the truth is that even, you know, it's more of a shocking truth, actually, because when it comes to, you know, people that are older, kind of going through, you know, these kind of issues in life, that it seems to be expected. But when you see people that are in their early 20s and even younger than that, and they are having so much psychological, like, drama on them, and it's like so much weight on their shoulders that they're tired. They look more tired than I do. And I'm like, what the hell's going on, dude? You know what I mean? You know,
no, it's true, dude. And that's and what we're getting at here, rather than, you know, to keep the positivity going. No, but what we're getting at here is that's what spawned this. Is we started this because we got so sick and tired of everybody just being angry all the time. I mean, for fuck's sakes, we'll get into it, I'm sure, in an episode later. But I was standing in the car in the place pumping gas into my car, and in a matter of time it took me to pump gas, I saw a dude scream at a woman, jump out of his car in a busy intersection, run and punch the back of her trunk. Come on, dude. Like, how I get road rage is a thing, but it's getting too stupid out there. So we were looking for we were looking for an outlet to create. We were looking for an outlet to get our aggression out, and we like to laugh and be stupid. So that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to give you guys a spot to come and have fun and, you know, interact with us. We're setting up everything to break down the walls and work together with, whether you're a creator or just somebody who wants to have fun and talk shit. We want to open the door to include you guys in this shit. You know what I mean? But the point is, we did all this stuff to find an outlet for us to get out to you guys, because you guys were getting ready as a band to get out, and it just stopped. So we were already geared up to find a way to create and go, and we just got stopped. I mean, it was like a UFC fight that lasts 30 seconds. You know, the guy who won's like, motherfucker, that's it. he's going to go punch a hole in the wall. It's kind of the same thing.
And it's funny because we had a lot of people that we reached out to, people that are in the entertainment industry, people that are in the business, and they were all about it. Yeah. They were all gung ho.
I think we're all in the same point, dude. I think we all just want to talk shit. And let's give them a little preview, dude. We got some people coming. I'm excited, man. Like we reached out to some friends where the guest list is ever growing. We will be bringing people on. As far as a release schedule, I think we're going to do. We originally were going to do like one a week, but we said fuck it, let's go. So we're gonna do house shows like this, where it's just me and Ralph shooting the shit and talking crap. But we also want to talk with you guys. So if you guys have an idea, have a comment, have a suggestion, have a topic you want us to talk about, I don't give a fuck what it is. Hit us up at the email. It's going to be right there. We're going to put it down there. It's ALHSYquestions@gmail.com. Hit us up starting right fucking now. Hit us up anything. You could be like, hey, what's your favorite ice cream? And we'll do 20 minutes on it. It's not spoilers. It's not mint chocolate chip for me. Ralph, what's yours?
Probably the cookie dough stuff.
See, there you go, bro. So you don't even have to ask that question. That one's for fucking free. There you go. Boom. Yeah. Fan service.
Yeah, cookie dough. I don't eat much ice cream, but when I do, I like that cookie dough stuff. It's good.
Have you seen the snackable edible cookie doughs now? It's not ice cream. They're literally the edible chunks of cookie dough.
Oh, they're good, man. Dude. I don't know what it is about that. It's just really tasty. I don't know what it is.
It's a taste of childhood. That's what that is.
I was a chocolate cookie guy, though, man.
You what?
When I was growing up as a kid in New York, I was always a chocolate chip cookie guy, and I like the soft stuff. I didn't like the hard ones. Yeah. I just you know Entenmann's. Entenmann's.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
You familiar with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were my favorites, dude. We used to do those. We used to pick them up all the time, and I'd go through boxes of that shit, dude. I was a little fat kid. Anyway, but yeah, no, dude. Seriously, I had an appetite when I was a kid, man.
But so yeah, these are the big sweet. These are the conversations your comments and questions will lead to. So please, for the love of God, email us at this email. Let's get this shit rolling. On top of that, God damn.
What did that make you uncomfortable?
Not at all. Not at all. Okay, this is shit's gold. This is what I was hoping for with this shit. On top of that, we're gonna have guests. They will be range from anybody and everybody we feel is interesting and who have come in contact and affected us on our journey.
I feel like we're going. I mean, even though we're going into on a lot of levels, we're going to have guests that are going to be in the forefront of the entertainment business. I also feel that we're going to be dealing with a lot of people that work mostly behind the scenes. And I think that's important. I think that that's a good thing for people to know. You know what I mean? Because not enough people that are in the entertainment business, basically, whether it be the musicians that are, in a band and they're recording albums and they're signed to a label and they're releasing a record and, they're making plans for tours or they've been touring, whatever it may be. Or if it's someone that is involved in the, the television industry, someone that's making TV shows, whether it be reality TV or some other, a television series that's not, that's more scripted,
right?
Or maybe they're looking into doing movies. You and I have talked about doing both of those things.
Absolutely.
We actually have plans. We worked on a script for a while. I remember that.
I ain't forgot that shit. I still got it.
We're planning on picking that up.
Right.
So, and we have a lot. And I think when you're an entertainer, you'd probably agree with this 100%, Cody. When you're an entertainer, you have the tendency to not just be, one-sided, one thing. It's not just one thing.
Right.
A lot of times it's multiple things.
Right.
I don't know about you, but I'm interested in not only music, but I'm interested in the movie industry, the TV industry. I'm very interested in magic,
mm-hmm.
The illusionist thing, that that has always gotten my attention.
Same.
And I know that you started out early on doing a lot of
I
stuff.
was a circus clown.
Hmm.
Yeah, my parents and my family had we actually were performers as a little kid. My dad did I can't remember if he did it as a bet or if he did it just because he wanted to, but he's been a performer his entire life. He was in the roller derby and, all back in the heyday of the roller derby and all that.
Excuse me.
And when I was little, we were doing a performance called the American Warrior Show, and we was a martial arts and stunt show. We did that, and I was a little, maybe 4.
That's why you studied the martial arts for a while, huh?
Yes, sir. Since I was a baby, yeah. And then that evolved into Walker Family Circus. So we did a circus where we had one of the big giant trampolines, the Olympic-sized trampolines, and we had our dogs did tricks, and we had magic shows, and we went around and did performances on malls and stuff. I don't know if it's still the case, but for a long time in Montclair, California, we had the highest attendance for the Montclair Raw record. So we did that for a long time, and then when I got into music when I was like 11, and then that blossomed into music in school, and then I met you what year was that, dude? 2007. We talked about it. 2007 is when I got in with Serpent, and then it was me and you've been working ever since. So yeah, we have the gist of all that is, I believe one lacking thing in a lot of this is more of what it takes to truly become somebody in the industry. And it doesn't necessarily mean a millionaire. Everybody in this industry or anybody outside of the industry thinks, hey, dude, oh, you're in the industry, so you must be a billionaire. And it's like, no, not necessarily. And that ain't necessarily a bad thing. You can make a living being in this industry doing a ton of shit. And our friends, they're from all over those places. Like we have, we're bringing in our friends, the first episode, Michael Aronovitz, he's an author, he's a professor, he's a horror writer. He is everything and all between, but he loves it and it shines and he shows it's part of him, and we, in contrast, have decided, no, this is our path where we want to be. So we live and breathe creation. And if it isn't creation, something's wrong, and then you got people who we talked about it with Tim King, bass player for Soil. He's coming up soon. Shout out to Tim. We talked about it with him. There's people who once, twice a month, go play a bar. That scratches their itch. But the point is, if you're going to be a creator or anything, you have to have some sort of focus and some sort of drive to a point. And when I mean to a point, I mean to a direction of, an idea of where you want to be. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. You have to have vision. You have to have some kind of a projection of what you're going to do in the future. Right. What you're looking to do, what you're looking to accomplish. You absolutely have to do that. Many times over my years of playing music with people and writing with people, I noticed that one of the biggest things where people were like, you know what? A lot especially in the beginning, a lot of the people were like, dude, you're a diamond in the rough, man. At first I took that kind of as an insult. And then later on, I realized that they were telling me, dude, all you got to do is work a little harder and you're going to fucking be a diamond.
Right.
In the rough part is going to be gone. You know what I mean? And so that's when I started to fucking really shine. And, look, it's just like anything else. It's like you and I, we were in a band together back in 2007, right? 2008. I mean, the band started before that, but you and I were in the trenches in 2007 and 2008.
Correct.
And we were doing a lot of stuff. And the band's name was Serpent Underground. And we were getting a lot of attention. We even had Wind Up Records interested in us. They had bands like, Finger 11 and Evanescence and Seether.
Creed.
And Creed. They blew Creed up. They're the ones that launched their career. and they were very interested in us. So it kind of had an open door policy with them. They wanted us to write a little bit more along the lines of what they were, what their current roster was, putting out. And at the time, we leaned towards heavy, but we did have a few songs that worked with what they liked, and they liked that a lot. So they dug what we were doing. So we could have at any point of time gotten something going with that. We chose not to. We ended up getting another record deal. It didn't end up doing much for us, but it was bad timing. Once again, timing is everything. At that time, we signed a deal, I think it was like 2009. Yeah. And that's when everything was going to hell with the economy. Yep. So, it was just really bad timing. And then, later on, when we kind of went on hiatus, I formed a band called Ravenscroft, and, we went on to sign a deal with Pavement Entertainment, which is a legitimate record label. Right. We've got really good bands, Power Man 5000, Soil, Flaw,
Puddle of Mud. Did you say
Puddle of Mud? Yeah. Puddle of Mud. Yep. Candlebox.
No, a lot of they really are pushing. Good bands. They are pushing like a motherfucker. The Outfit is pushing hard with them.
Outfit.
The point to that though is, the one thing. Say again. Yeah. What?
No, well, once again, what happened when we got released to them? They had a lot of plans for us, and COVID-19 shows up. You know what I mean? So timing is everything. Sometimes
timing is everything, and I think another large aspect of it as well is, like I said earlier, your filter, man. You as creators, I think we need to always stay focused on how to move and how to keep forward. Always forward, like you said, we worked with Serpent. We did our push. It didn't go the way we want to. We made a decision. It didn't what we wanted. Okay. We found other ways, and we're still moving forward, and we're still finding our way to go in. And I fear a lot of creators, especially at this time in our climate. I mean, my God, you have the political climate. You have he will save us. Bring that up again. I will save you. Anyways, in today's political climate, motherfucker, in today's political climate, in the COVID industry, in the COVID times, everything seems like it's hell in a handbasket. But if you quit, what? I honestly thought you were going to say.
Because we wrote a song called Hell in a Handbasket.
I know, that's why I said it. But if we quit, or if you quit or don't find your way, what is it all for? And I fear there's a lot of bands, musicians, single musicians, bands, any creators who think it's shut down, we're done. And that's another reason I wanted to do this show. I wanted to find an outlet to try and give people perspective to show, look, me and you have been pushing for our entire lives, and still we find ways to keep going, and that it's not just the amount of success, it's what happens, to quote the great man, it's not how hard you get hit, but it's how hard you get hit and keep moving fucking forward. If without that, nobody, but damn sure anybody in the creation industry, you're fucked, And so I wanted to find an outlet for us to get out, to have fun, to be stupid and silly and speak our minds. I wanted to find an outlet for our friends to come in and do the same thing. I wanted to find an outlet for our fans and our community on all levels, on the Serpent Underground fans, the Ravenscroft fans, everybody there. Again, email us. We want to hear from you so we can all come together again and make this something fun, because we want to spotlight artists maybe we haven't even heard about yet. But that's up to you guys as well, because we're only two men. We are only two men. We are not immortal yet. So yeah, that's pretty much what the show is. I got to be honest with you. I don't know how much else I can say in terms of the tangents. Yeah, but
it's just us messing around, guys. It's just us fucking around, just talking, but we do have people in the industry that we know, and there's a lot to be said there. You know what I mean? It's not just based on, we could talk to them about a lot of things, a lot of different topics, but we're going to get some inside information from that.
Yeah.
And so if you're in the industry, if you're in the music business, or you're in the entertainment business, or you're a writer, or you want to make movies, you want to make TV shows, whatever, whatever it may be, we're going to have a lot of people on the show that are going to be able to give you advice.
Yeah.
And also, you're going to learn a lot about what got them to where they were. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
we definitely are going to go down their path because that's
Yeah.
the good stuff. Like, and even I think I've noticed, and you know, obviously I'm not trying to speak specifically for them, but for me, when we do this, it's nice to have the idea to go, look, these aren't going to be bullshit lowball questions. Those are fine and dandy when you're doing your job, but when you want to just hang out, if you're trying to learn something, it's like, wait, you know, why did you decide to go that way? I mean, my God, when you guys get into the Steve Santini episode, buckle in. But he is a prime example. It's like if you want to learn, ask the questions, you know, and I love the fact that who we've had on so far is willing to give us the true behind the scenes and just be like, here's the down and dirty of it, dude. You know, some of the smoke and mirrors are just smoke and mirrors, and it really is a job. But it's a great job, you know. I mean, it's one of the best, in my opinion, it's the best job in the fucking world.
You know, I mean, realistically, there's some guys that get real lucky and they get like everything. They get the whole kit and caboodle thrown at them. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's winning the
and
lottery.
Yeah, that's winning the lottery.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They get the full, you know what I mean? It's just like superstar. I guess, you know, Brad Pitt would be a good example. You know, that guy, he's worth every penny in that sense. You know what I mean? The guy puts himself into the role. He works out really hard. You know what I mean? He's a good actor. He's not just a pretty boy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, he worked his ass off to stay that look, you know?
Yeah. And he's really an exceptional actor.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them out there. That's just one that I'm bringing up. You know, Will Smith is another guy that I really respect. You know what I mean? He's the same way. He's like another Brad Pitt. Like he's just got determination, very good actor, always, you know, and a lot of people would say the same with Joaquin Phoenix. You know what I mean? Just a very passionate actor who just puts himself out there and does whatever he needs to do to make the role happen.
Right.
You know, and that's not easy, man. That takes a lot of willpower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially in an industry like that. I mean, you were in, I mean, for those that you don't know, I mean, on top of being a top-notch vocalist, he's also a TV star. Ralph, you did, I'm just kidding. But
no, just a pilot.
Yeah, but you've been involved in that. You know, I mean, it's not, hey, glamour. It's like, get your ass up at 4 a.m. and, you know, get a 16-hour day in. You know, it's like you really, I think there is a level of commitment that most people really don't understand in terms of the high-end pros, you know?
Yeah.
When you listen, I mean, again, I'll reference, listen to Tim King's episode when it comes out, like the shit he was talking about in the heyday of them dropping money on music and stuff. And you realize like, oh, wow, if you ain't willing to produce, you ain't getting that shot. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You know?
And that's what I love so much about the fact that Tim King, you know, because really Tim King was in a very successful band, Soil, and they're still, you know, obviously COVID has knocked everybody on their ass.
Yeah.
So they're not really doing much right now. But 20 years later, after they got their success, you know, they're still going strong.
Yep.
They're still touring.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
They got stopped. They got prevented from doing a summer tour in fucking Europe because of COVID.
Exactly.
It's like everybody got bitch slapped on this one.
Yeah. So those guys, you know, those guys are, you know, definitely to have them, you know, to have Tim come, because I think Tim has always been in the business on the deeper end. He's not just a bass player. He's not just the guy that's in the band. So
he didn't want to accept it, but he is undeniable in this business. Like he has worked
absolutely.
in fucking everything.
He's got his hand in a lot of cookie jars, and I really do think that he's a really cool dude, really nice guy. I think he's just honest and sincere. And you know, to have him say, you know what, I believe in your band, dude. I think you guys should be up there with bands like mine making your living doing this. That's huge.
That's a fire
for me,
under your ass,
you
huh?
know. It is. It's
like,
a real
goddamn
fire.
Coven, move out the way.
I know, right? It's like, man, I've been waiting for this moment. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, but it is what it is. Either way, though, this is going to be fun because you and I have decided that we're going to make the most of it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And we found the blessing in the skies with COVID and in the fact that we're like, I'm not stopping, you're not stopping, and this spawned from it. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Like, these are the early episodes, people. Don't sell our asses short. We're going to get, there's some shit coming down the pike. We're going to throw in a clip right about now.
You know what my favorite movie is?
What?
You know? Want to take a guess?
Debbie Does Dallas, episode 37.
No, I want to say Secret Window with
Oh, I love that movie so fucking much, dude.
Secret Window. No.
My
I'm way
favorite
off,
movie. My favorite movie of all time. I don't even know what Secret Window is.
Oh, Moses, the Ten Commandments.
Really?
The 10 Commandments. I'm sorry, I dropped the ball there. That's right, because
That is my favorite movie of all time.
I don't remember if you had a Charlton Heston impersonation or not, but I remember that you used to always do that "Let My People Go" thing.
Let my people go. Pharaoh. Yeah.
That's right.
Who do I tell
What?
people?
No.
Who do I
Why?
tell?
Why?
Ralph,
Why
let him
is
be
that-
Moses, goddammit.
Why is that your favorite people? Or your favorite? Not your favorite people.
Hold on. Who do I tell the people? Sent me unto thee. This is the burning bush. I am who I am. Go, Moses. Take thy sandals off, Moses, as you are on the holy ground. Then he comes down. Oh, I love this. Comes down from the mountain. And Joshua looks at him. He has all the gray hair. He talks to Moses like, look at Moses. He's back. He has seen God. And Moses comes up. Moses, it's Joshua. Moses, what's going on? I'll go grab the chariots and we'll go to Egypt or whatever and get it. No, Joshua. It is not through our weapons or whatever they had. It is through this. I forgot what they call it. That shall lead my people out of bondage. Love that movie, man.
Man, you really do love it, dude. I mean,
What'd you say, Ralph?
Say that again, Ralph.
Dude, you really do love that movie, bro. I don't know. I would have used the word obsessed. No, I'm just saying.
I love that movie.
What? So, would you fight Charlton Heston?
What the fuck?
Oh, that was a
I
bad
mean,
dude.
he's like if he came up to you and he was like, I understand that you're a Moses fan, and he was just like trying to fuck it with you, and he was just like, put up your dukes or something shit like that.
Wait, are you talking about like right now, Charlton Heston? Meaning, would you fight like 89-year-old Charlton Heston? What the fuck is wrong with you,
Would you
dude?
just fucking knock him out because you're from Brooklyn, bro? I don't know. So, I don't know, but anyways.
Did you just
No,
imply
it-
that people from Brooklyn would just straight up
Whoa.
knock an old person on their fucking, just knock them the fuck out?
Dude, Mike Tyson used to fucking punch people all day long.
Yeah.
He's from Brooklyn. So anyways.
Yeah, but Charlton
I did that one time.
So
That was funny. Dude.
I
You
love
gotta
your
admit,
cousin, dude. I love your fucking cousin, dude.
He was great, dude. He was a natural, but what you did with the effects on there just like magnified it.
Nah.
You know? It was just like really cool.
So
But
we're
that
doing
was
stupid shit like that. We're gonna be stupid shit like that. But on top of it as well, we're gonna do, educational stuff like this. What is the one thing any band trying to get a name to start? What should they immediately start doing right off the bat?
First of all, learn how to play your instrument.
Well, okay. Well, let's pretend that one's done. I forgot about that one. Fuck. No. Okay.
I mean, you definitely should have to play because, especially in this day and age, you got to really be the cream that rises to the top, because there's a lot of competition out there when anybody can put stuff out. The second thing, definitely surround yourself with like-minded musicians and people that you get along with, because you are getting into a relationship and a marriage of not just one other person, but 4 to 5 guys or girls, whatever different musicians in your band, but you're getting together, you have 4 or 5 people. You got to make sure that you can blend well together and you both have the same direction. And then, then definitely, make a quality recording, build yourself on social media, and build yourself on all the avenues that you have available to you. But don't go by the mentality of just that Wayne's World 2 thing, book them and they'll come, because that doesn't work anymore. You can't just slap something out and expect people to take notice. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of effort. You gotta constantly be willing to push it and get into people's ears with it. And if you hear no, keep going back until you hear a yes, things like that. I mean, what you have to do is you have to live, eat, drink, breathe, and sleep it all the time. Even to this day, even though it's hard to make money in music and stuff, work your day job, and every waking moment after that, you got to commit to being in a band and in the music, because it's a labor of love. I mean, I didn't get to where I'm at easily, and it's still not easy. I mean, even though, we're joking and we have the luxury of, still being able to tour Europe and do all these great things that we're still able to do, each and every tour we do and every show we play, on the phone with local radio stations, local press, pushing every show like it could be the last one you're playing. You got to really consistently always act like, this could be your last show that you'll ever get to do, and you got to make it count. So there's a lot of work that goes behind it. I mean, the work that we put into doing just one show, just to get the name out there and to set it up and stuff, is crazy. Even when even if you do have some success, that's when the real work just starts. So you have to constantly keep pushing and going and moving forward, and never get comfortable. That's probably the biggest thing, is never get comfortable with where you're at. Always continue to better yourself and keep pushing. You got to eat, drink, sleep, and breathe it. That's the main thing.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that the recording quality and the production and the producer that you have on your record, do you think that is a big part of what gets a band off the ground, or you think that it's them playing live and having a good live show, or maybe it's something else? Maybe it's their social media presence. I don't know. What do you think is the key there? Is it the recording? Is it who you work with? Is it the song itself? Or, because some people put out raw material sometimes. I know bands that I think have good songs, but their quality of recording and production is not there, But I was wondering what you think about that, because you've been doing this.
I think a little bit of everything, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, one thing I really miss nowadays is the fact that bands really don't go in with producers much anymore. With the way technology is, a lot of bands are recording their own stuff, and it sounds good, but there's something to be said to having that outside, I call it the referee. There's just something to be said to it, because when you're writing the songs, and it might be your riffs or your lyrics, stuff like that, you hold that sacred. And a lot of times you don't want that to be changed, because you don't want your artistic vision of it to be changed. But sometimes change is good for the good of the song or that. And if you have an outside ear that, doesn't have a stake into playing it, like they didn't write the riff, they're not playing on it or whatever, they're the producer, they can take things that are at the level of like a 7 or an 8 and bring them up to a 10. And I mean, Johnny K did that for us early back in our career, because if I could play the original version of Halo for you, you'd probably laugh in my face. It was terrible, but we crafted it and stuff like that on our own. And then Johnny K came and he kind of set it over the top with some stuff. And that outside referee is very important, and a good quality recording is important, and also a good live show. I mean, I see so many bands out there that just, they don't put enough effort into their look, or they just get up there and they're all standing there like there's little footprints on there that they have to stand on. And I think you need a culmination of it all, and that's what creates a perfect storm. I mean,
Yeah.
Slipknot, they, their earlier stuff was really raw sounding, but that stage show is just undeniable. And as they crafted the songs more and more, they just became this juggernaut. So I think it's a little bit of everything. You got to have a great live show. You got to have a good recording. You don't necessarily need a producer, but if you can find somebody to work with that'll help you, every little bit helps. Any amount of tools you can use always help, and it's like, that's the one thing that I think that hurts a lot of bands, is they think that they can just do it all themselves now. That, oh, we can record it at home by ourselves. Oh, we don't need a record label or a promotion company because we can put it up on, Spotify ourselves, or we can do this. But it's too hard to do by yourself. You need a team of people. You need a lot of areas and people working in those little nooks and crannies, and so it makes it all. And it's a whole accumulation of it,
Yeah.
So I guess I didn't really answer your question, other than the fact that you need a little bit of everything.
But it is, you did answer the question though, because you need the total package. If you're gonna be a pro, you got to be total package. You can't squander, And I think there are some bands who think there's an easy or a single answer. It's like, oh, if you make that one perfect hit, you're golden. And it's like, well, you could be, or you could be just, that was okay. It's, I guess what it breaks down to really is, what do you want out of it too, right? I mean, do you want to be a really good bar band? There's money to be had in local gigs. I mean, I don't know how many local bar bands when I was in college I did, and was like, fuck it, I made some good money doing that. But it wasn't the pro. I mean, not everybody, I guess, is wanting to be pro. It just seems like there's a lot of musicians who think, if I have a guitar in my hand, I have to make $1 million or I didn't be successful. And it's like,
you know what? That's a really good point, because I know a lot of local musicians that are just happy to get away for, a few hours and play with their friends and, play a bar gig, and they're
right.
the happiest campers you could imagine. They didn't want to give up their whole lives and, put kids on hold, or, quit a good paying job or anything. And they're happy at least scratching their itch in different ways.
Right.
I guess, that's a very valid point. I'm glad you brought that up, because it does depend on the level that you want to take it. And, me and Adam, my guitar player, we always joke. We were always saying, when Soil's over, to continue our, tradition of playing together for as long as we have, we'll go form some cover band and just play once in a while on the weekends, just to scratch the itch and get up on a stage and plug in an amp or something. And there's something to be said for that, because, there is a lot more. I know we covered a lot on like the successes and what do you have to do to succeed and stuff, which, is a big part of it for a lot of people. But, I guess, the best way to wrap this up, in any way, shape or form is, as a musician, because we're all here, no matter what you play, whether it's guitar, bass, vocals, keyboards, trumpet, trombone, whatever it is, first and foremost, play for yourself and play the type of stuff that you like to play. And let that inner aggression and passion come out in what you do. And then, the rest is all, just circumstantial. The main thing you have to do is, as a musician, and it's why we are musicians, is play for yourself and let that passion and creativity come out of you. Mm-hmm. Even if you're just doing it on the edge of your bed, you gotta let that creativity out, because that's why we're musicians. And that's probably out of this whole big thing we've talked about between, COVID and 9/11 and $500,000 video shoots and all that really means nothing if you're not enjoying playing your instrument and what you're doing. And that's you strip everything else away, peel that onion down to the bare root, and you gotta play for yourself and enjoy the instrument and let your creativity out.
Very cool. Yeah. It's good information, man. Good information. We get to let our hair down here. This is where we can all be. Listen, guys, make sure you leave some comments.
Oh, yes.
We want to hear your feedback.
Absolutely.
We want to know what you guys want us to talk about, or who you guys want us to try and interview. I mean, we've got some pretty good connections in the industry, so we might be able to make some stuff happen
We're going to be pushing on all levels. We're going to be getting guests of all kinds and all sorts. You're going to see it's some fun shit coming down the pike. Abso-freaking-lutely.
So, so some bigger people that you guys will know who they are, and then some people behind the scenes, but they're going to be able to teach you, let you guys know how the industry works. And, I know a lot of you guys deep down inside, you want to be entrepreneurs. You want to get out there. You want to, whether it's in the music industry or acting or movie making or whatever. I know that, there's a lot of people out there that want to get out there.
Absolutely.
But they don't know how. They have absolutely no idea how to get started. So with this show, we're going to help you do that a little bit. And we're also going to entertain you at the same time and make you forget about this COVID-19 shit. You know what I mean? And all the other bullshit that came along with it, There's a lot of shit going on.
Wait, did I miss something, dude?
Oh, Mom, dude. I mean, between the civil unrest and the fact that it just seems like sometimes we're headed towards another fucking civil war. I don't know, dude. I'm trying to stay positive.
Look, on the record, as of the date of this recording, just so you guys know, the aliens landed yesterday. They're coming. This is post-production recording, so we're not live. You don't even know how this happened. Maybe the aliens have already showed up.
It's going to be fun to see what happens, though, right? So
I really hope so, because if it's going to suck, then it's going to suck. I mean, that was a dumbass statement, huh?
A lot's happened since yesterday, guys. And the biggest thing about the show is that's what we're talking about the most. We are going to talk about how life is not really what we're used to or what we were used to anymore.
Yeah.
Things are changing in a big way. And we got to see where it goes from here. But we also got to talk about it. I think that's important.
Absolutely. And we're going to make the best of it regardless.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. More shows. This is episode 0. This is the announcement episode. We will be live in the date. I'm going to get around this real easy. We're going to be live on the date posted somewhere on this screen, probably right there. And when that pops up, that's when we're going live. Probably next week. More like Monday. That's when we're going live. So stay tuned. We're going to come out with 4 episodes and more to come. Thanks you for joining us. Remember, until next time, Ralph, thank you for joining me, my brother. Let me see Baby Yoda again. Come on. I'm telling you, he's going to unite us right there. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Look at that. Oh. Can I just replace him with Baby Yoda? Okay, now it's just getting odd and kind of uncomfortable. Until next time, people. A lot's happened since yesterday. More will happen today. Take care of each other. Be good humans. Peace out.